So I forgot what time I was going live. So I messed up the whole intro. We're just gonna jump back a second. Boom. All right, now we're live again. I started playing with things I didn't even pay attention to the time. It's already 6 o'clock. All right, so this is not the camera I want to compare, but I do want to show an example. Okay. So this camera right now is not a built-in camera, but it is a regular web camera. Is the C922 Logitech. I actually think it's a nice camera, but because of the lighting in my room, because of the way I have this room set up, this is not a good camera for my room. But we do have some other cameras, and that is what I wanted to talk about and do a little comparison. I don't think I've done a comparison in a long time with any of the cameras. Now I'm not going to tell you what camera is what at first. I want you to kind of take a look, see what you think is an Acer camera, and the thumbnail already kind of gave it away. But I'm not going to tell you which one's which. So here's camera number one. Now, personally, I prefer a darker look. Yes, my lighting should be in better places. I work out of this room. It's not going to be perfect, but I could adjust the lighting and stuff like that. Hey, tech troublemaker, what's going on, my friend? So, just playing around. What is the best second camera for talking head videos? I don't know what the like best camera is or what people feel are the best cameras. I just know what cameras I like. And I like to be kind of diversified. So I have a lot of cameras. From the Osbot Meet to the Osbot Tail Air, the Logitech 922, Canon M50, Canon F50 Mark II. I can tell you right now, you're better off with the Mark II than the original. I got Mevos, get three of those, and then I got, if I didn't say it already, the Osbot Tail Air. I have the Insta360 X3, which is a very strange one with the 360 video. What else do I have? I got the Canon V10, which is a nice little camera. It's in a different room. God, worst camera. I can tell you the worst camera, in my opinion. The Zoom 4K camera, I think it's a Zoom 8 something. Good audio, but I'm not a fan of the picture. Not a fan of the picture at all. And again, the lighting could probably be a little bit better. I'm still playing with lighting and everything, but this is camera number one. And this is camera number two. A little side by side. Little side by side action there. So I mean, between these two cameras, and again, if it looks too dark to you, I see things a little bit different on my end. I could bump up the lighting a little bit. You know, I personally feel it's light enough, but I have this light at like 15%. I could do 20%. I could do say 30%. I'm starting to feel a little too much light, but if the lighting I still have to play with. But these are the two cameras. So again, camera number one, which now I feel too bright, at least on my computer. I think my monitors is what makes it look different to me. Let me move this over. Yeah, I think it's the monitors. So let me bump that back down because that's to me that's killing me. I'll leave it at 20% for right now. So, camera number one, camera number two, and the side by side. And I could tell you right now, just the price point alone is pretty big between these two cameras. So if you notice the thumbnail, We're talking about the Canon M50 Mark II with the Sigma 16 millimeter lens, where when you put those two together, it's a little bit over $1,000. That's not even including the cable, the capture card, uh, the other cable, depending on how many cables you're using. I'm using two. So I have the cable that connects to the camera, and then it comes out as a HDMI full size, and I just got a regular HDMI cable going to the capture card. So when you take in consideration just the camera and lens is over $1,000. Then you have your cables, your adapters, your capture card. It's going a little higher and higher. The obsbot tail air, I believe, is about 500. But you know me, I like my NDI. That was another 100. So 600. So almost $1,100 camera compared to what I paid, at least $600 camera, which is half. And I am playing with the settings and the configurations a little bit. So I have, I always forget the names. I'm not a camera person. I think it's the ISO or something like that. I have that at 400, I believe, on both cameras. I'm trying to match them. 1/60 on whatever that thing's called. Again, I'm not a camera expert. So I'm trying to match them with the same settings. So again, before I tell you which one's which, there's the camera number one, camera number two, and both of them together. And now for the reveal. The reveal. There you go. So the camera on the left, and just to make sure I'm going to point at it, it's up there. That is the Canon M50 Mark II with a Sigma 16 millimeter lens. And the one on the right, this guy right here, is the obsbot tail air. Now, one thing I like about the obsbot tail air, besides the fact that it's like half the price, completely wireless the way I have it set up with NDI. So I could attach, I could remove this, I could walk around the house with this thing as long as I'm on my Wi-Fi, not internet. Let's not get that confused. That's a totally different video. As long as I'm on my Wi-Fi and I have a good connection, I could walk around the entire house, the backyard, anywhere I want with this camera. Plus, unlike the Canon, this is a PTZ camera. And I have the software up on my computer. So if I hit preset number 2, not only did it pan over to this corner, but I have it to where it's going to zoom in. If I hit preset number 3, I have that where it's going to pan over to the audio mixer. So this is the Rodecaster Dual that I'm using for audio. And if I hit preset number 1 again, should come right back up to me. So this is a pan, tilt, zoom camera where the Canon is you point it and you're done. I mean, there is no pan, tilt, zoom. That's it. Now, because of Ecamm and the software I'm using, you can make it look like a multi-camera shot. You could zoom in, you could crop, you could do a lot of things, but just basic setup, straight setup, this is what you get. Now, personally, I'm going to go with the obsbot tail air. Why? NDI, more cost efficient, good battery. Even if you don't have it plugged in, I have them all plugged in, but if you don't have it plugged in, you're going to get at least 2-3 hours probably out of this thing. I haven't done it because every time I use these, it's going to be for a minute. It's not going to be 1 or 2. It's going to be an hour or 2. You never know. So I always have them plugged in. But to be able to have the point pan, tilt, zoom, auto tracking if I turned it on. So like with the auto tracking on, which I think I have off. See, okay, I just turned it on. It should follow me. So if I start moving around, it's gonna follow you. Where the Canon doesn't move. So a lot of features. Not gonna get into them all. Just wanted to come on here real quick. I don't do lives, so I got to practice. Practicing with the lives, practicing with the scheduling. Yes, I need to do better. I think I scheduled this like 5 or 10 minutes before going live. Just got off work a little while ago, and I just wanted to jump in here real quick and, play around. And I think I tried to compare the obsbot before and it didn't work. I think that also involved the 360 with the 360 video recording and stuff, and that you could stream, I believe, in 360. I still have to play with a lot of these cameras, but now I'm rambling. Again, two good cameras as far as I'm concerned. Might not be the best, but I think they're amazing. And to go back to Tech Troublemaker's question, if I had to pick a certain camera that I would utilize as a first, second, and even third camera right now, above all the cameras I have, my go-to camera right now is going to be the obsbot Tail Air. It just has way too much features. You can do so much with this camera, the pan, tilt, zoom, the NDI. I think it's even got that. I can't even remember. Was it STRR or SRT or whatever? If you even know what that is and how to use it, I don't personally. It just has so much packed into such a small camera. I mean, I don't want to grab it. It's mounted. You know what? I'm gonna grab it. It's plugged in. Oh wow! Yeah, it is plugged in. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna move it. But it's not that big of a camera. So again, Canon M50 Mark II with a prime, I believe they're called, with a prime lens, Sigma 16 millimeter, and the other camera is the obsbot Tail Air. Personally, before I go back to the Philippines, I'm probably going to pick up one or two more tails. I'm just saying. I like this camera. 2 or 3 obsbot Tail Airs, and then I'm going to probably put the Insta 360 as a centralized camera within the entire room. Stream that probably separately to a second YouTube channel in 365. You can move it around and do all that stuff. The possibilities. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Again, this was not planned. I just jumped in here, did something real quick. Figured, why not? I got to do something. That's it. All right, everyone. Have a good one. And I need to start advertising this a little bit. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up, yada, 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 if you want. If you want. Take care and have a good one.